It's 9 o'clock at WFNX, Lynn, Boston. And it's Ty here. Good morning, everybody. Friday's here. It is the 26th of October. And joining me in the studio this morning is a, well, should I say, mildly disoriented Bob Geldof.
Good morning.
You're in Boston, Bob.
Yes, they tell me.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Did you just fly over yesterday, or where you been?
I came from Los Angeles, but I stopped off in two cities on the way and arrived here sometime during the night and got a phone call to get up and come here this morning, so here I am. And what's it, Lynn?
That's where you are.
Yeah.
We're north of Boston, a couple of miles, but all of Boston's listening this morning.
It's very scenic here.
Isn't it scenic?
I'm delighted.
It's the garden spot.
Yeah, right. I like the way they've got loads of people all lined up on the mud flats just outside the building, you know. All
but
asleep.
You ate at the Capitol.
I did. That is cool.
Yeah, we should say good morning
to
to
those
those people. They're good people.
Yeah.
Good people at the Capitol next door. So Bob Geldof, the career most of us know starts with Boomtown Rats, and it's been a long time though for you since that stuff.
Well, the Rats split up, I guess, in end of '85 into '86, and we started in Dublin, in Ireland, in '75. And 10 years is a long time, and you're either going to do everything you're going to do in those 10 years if you're a band or you're not, and really, I mean, when you consider the Beatles did everything they did in 9 years, and there was nothing much further that we could do, and people weren't listening to us anymore anyway. Pop is very unforgiving and moves on, and that's the way it should be. I like that. You
liked it, but it was kind of cruel, though. I mean, you keep putting out records.
It's cruel because it's happening to you, but it's being rational about it. That's what we did to other people, you know. I mean,
knock somebody else off, yeah.
Yeah, and like there is no coming back. I mean, you have a longer life in America because it's such a big country. I mean, if you're a band and you start making hits, then you're around for the next 90 years, unfortunately. You know, I could name most of the top 20 at the moment who I think are 96 on their next birthday, you know. and so you have cool bands having a very hard time trying to get up there. But it happened to us, and that was it. But I prefer being on my own now anyway, because 10 years with the same guys, you know. You start off as the gang, the new gang in town, and then over 10 years your interests and things diverge.
Ireland's been an unbelievable hotbed, though, for a band.
All thanks to the Boomtown Rats, of course.
You were the first. Well, you were. Yeah, I mean, you came out at a time when the only other thing we associated with Ireland was Thin Lizzy, you know?
And again, like, people forget them, but Phil Lynott was actually a great songwriter. I mean, when you consider that they were a sort of hard rock band before that was the thing, and he really did a strange thing. He put intelligence and great lyrics into that, a melody. And of course that came from Van Morrison, who is anyway without question the most important of all the Irish bands and the best.
Yeah.
And so there always was one Irish band representing whatever the new thing was in music, and then came of course U2 and the others.
And the others. We're going to play Rat Trap from Tonic for the Troops. Do you? I had talked to somebody at one point who said they looked back at old songs, sort of like photographs in an album, and it was pleasant, but they didn't like to hear them that much because it was sort of the way you look at an old photograph. You say, "I wore my hair like that. Oh my God!" or "Look at that pimple," or "Oh, you know." How do you listen to your old songs?
It's a good analogy. I mean, I won't listen to this. You'll put it on, you know, and I'll ask you to turn it down, you know. But you know, like now I listen, I think, God, it's slow, you know, and I'd speed that up, or I wish I'd sung it better, but sometimes I'll catch a line or something and I'll think, oh, that was quite a cool line, yeah.
Yeah, and people said some amazing things about your songwriting at the time. Let's do a Rat Trap right now at FNX. Bob Geldof is in the studios at 101.7. We'll talk more with him in just a moment. There's the Cult at FNX 101.7, 913, and we did a Boomtown Rats tune. Bob Geldof is in the studio. We'll talk more with him in a moment. Minimum $400 purchase and monthly payment required based on 24-month contract, rebate of interest, or 120% store credit if balance is paid in full. Offer ends October 31st. Well, it's Ty here on WFNX 916. It's Friday morning, and a special treat today. Bob Geldof joins me. Those headphones loud enough or too loud? Are they all right?
They're cool.
Good. Our phone number is 595-1017, by the way, if you'd like to talk to Mr. Geldof. You must hate that kind of crap.
Hey, Mr. Geldof, personal friend of mine.
You want to talk to Bob Geldof, call right now at 595-1017. We'll put you right through, and you can ask him a question or just say hello. You got some friends in Boston? Have you had lifetime friends in Boston?
I used to have there were two guys here. One was a guy from Ireland who emigrated here.
Oh, there's a
But-
few of them. So.
Yeah, there's a few of them. And I've lost track of him. I knew him when the Rats used to come and play in the Orpheum and things.
Yeah.
And then there was another guy who moved up here from Houston, but I won't be here long enough to see him. So
Okay, well, let's take some phone calls and see who's out there and see what they have to say. Good morning.
Hi.
You want to say hello to Bob?
Sure, I'd love to.
hello,
Good morning. How are you?
good, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine. I saw a nice Irish band the other night, Stockton's Wing.
Don't know him. What do they do?
Oh, you never heard of them?
No. What do
Well,
they?
it's some traditional. They have the fiddle and the flute, but they do kind of a rock base to it. You've never heard of them?
No, never heard of him.
They
No.
were wonderful.
Oh, good. Have you got their record?
Yes, I do. Yeah,
Do you have my record?
yeah I do.
Oh, well, that's all right then.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Next. Hi, you're on with Bob Geldof and FNX.
Yes, hi.
Hi.
Bob.
Yeah.
We were at Madame Tussauds, and I was standing next to you over there. You didn't realize it because of your wax effigy, but I was wondering, are you happy with that? What they did over there? Is that something?
Well, with the wax statue, well, I don't have a say in it for a start, but I mean, it's I've people come up to me like with a picture of them with their arm around me. You know, it's like the wax statue. The only drag about it is that you know, I knew about it, and they ask for your clothes, you know, your actual clothes, but they don't buy you a new jacket to compensate for it. I thought, here's an opportunity to get rid of all the, you know, dump all my old clothes. But no, they don't replace them or anything. It's okay, you know, I mean, who cares, really, you know.
How close are you to Michael Jackson? And
This guy will be able to tell you. I'm between. I think I'm slouched against. I haven't seen it, but I think I'm slouched against a wall between the pop people and the politicians. Is that right? Oh, he's gone.
No, I'm not. No, go ahead.
Isn't that where I am?
who's
somewhere?
next to Bob?
I'm leaning against a
Isn't
wall.
right next to Bob, isn't Gandhi and right near the royal family?
Oh, am I? Oh, well, that yeah, the royal family and their many hits and Mahatma Gandhi, you know. But yeah, and then there's another one down. There's a thing in Piccadilly, if you've been to London, anybody, and there's a thing now called, I think, a Rock Museum or something, the Rock Experience or something, which Madame Tussauds on as well. And there's another one in that. I'll tell you what was weird. My kid went along to Madame Tussauds with her school. And, like, she saw me there and she freaked out, you know. And, like, she was there and she went running over thinking I was there, you know. And the statue fell over because she jumped up on it thinking I'd grab her, you see. And the thing fell over and I think my arm snapped off, you know. So that's the only cool thing about it.
Hey, thanks for calling. You're next with Bob Geldof. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Bob. How you doing?
Good, man. How are you?
All right. I was just wondering, what's you two up to?
They're doing, what are they up to now? I think they're just writing or have started recording their next one.
Brian Eno said the other day that they were in Berlin, and they asked him to come over, and he was doing his own solo thing, and he couldn't help him out. I think they're recording in Berlin.
Are they,
That's as of like Monday or Sunday night, I think.
I don't know. I don't know. Like I see Bonzo every now and again, really, and that's
Bono.
yeah, and that's
Bonzo.
and that's it, really. You know, we cross paths and we know a lot of mutual people, but it's not as if, like, you know, I live in London anyway.
Yeah.
So he lives in Dublin.
Are they going to be touring?
Don't ask me, man. I'm not their fan club secretary. You know?
When's the date? When are they coming to Boston, Bob? You're next on FNX, and Bob Geldof's here. Good morning.
Hi, I just wanted to say hello.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
That's it?
Yeah, I think so.
That's it? Well, say who you are and tell them something like your favorite record, anything.
I'm Julie, and I don't know favorite
Julie,
album.
Are you in the habit of just making phone calls at 8:30 in the morning?
9:20. But
Go to work. Do
I gotta
something.
go to school.
Make
Okay.
something of your life, you know. Don't
I'm trying.
All right.
All right, good luck to you now. Thanks for calling. You're next with Bob Geldof.
Hi, I love the Boomtown Rats, and I wrote you a letter once when I was 12 and everything, but
Uh-huh.
I remember
Did you
that.
keep it? Did you-
you probably didn't get it.
Well, tell him your name. Maybe he remembers it.
My
Come
name
on.
is Kristen. I told you all about my stuffed animals. Anyway,
Oh, that letter.
Yeah, weird stuff you do with them, right?
no.
Oh, that's the wrong letter.
I just wanted to know if you had heard, there was a rumor a while ago, like 2 months ago, that you had hung yourself. I wanted to know if you knew about that.
That
It's true. You did it.
I did, yeah. I was
That's amazing.
I was trying to stretch myself, you know, and
How tall are you anyway?
I'm 6'2".
You're 6'2".
But no, that's a
Oh,
that's
that's good.
a deeply unpleasant rumor. Why? Why had I hung myself?
You had hung yourself because your wife and your daughter had left you.
Whoa, Jesus! I've just had a kid 4 weeks ago. You know,
Really?
a new kid. Yeah, I've got 3 daughters.
Ah,
Wow.
congratulations.
I had one about 18 months ago, so I'd probably hang myself because I have too many children, you know. But so far they haven't haven't told me they're leaving me. Maybe I'll go back home. I haven't been home for months, you know.
How long haven't you been home for?
I've been non-stop on the road for 5 months, and I've been home about 5 days of that. I was home when she was born for 2 days. And then I
London.
I saw her for about 2 days, about a week ago. So.
Hey, thanks for the latest from the rumor mill. Probably a slumber party somewhere.
Yeah.
You know. Hi, you're on the air with FNX and Bob Geldof.
Oh, how you doing, Bob?
Hey, man.
Okay, I just have a question. What do you think about the Sinead O'Connor controversy that's going on?
Well, which one is it this week?
Well, in general, how she banned the national anthem. I myself, I'm for her. I think what she did was great, but I think she's kind of hypocritical on her part.
Oh, she's like, I like Sinead a lot. I was just saying to Ty that she lived about 100 yards from me when I was living in Dublin, you know, and I used to go to school, and she was much younger, but we used to share the same bus. She was in the school beside me, and she's a great girl, you know, Sinead, and her mind is a very emotional person, as you can hear from her records. And the thing about Irish bands, I find, is that they're passionate, and it's something that I require of my music. And they're not afraid to say what they think, even if I disagree or you disagree. And they've always got plenty of things to say, and they use the language very well.
That's for sure.
And it's really academic, whether you want a tune that represents a country played or not played. That's not the point. Sinead O'Connor is a great artist, and
You heard the latest thing too, the Cole Porter cover you were just saying a minute ago.
yeah, it's wonderful. You know, I mean, Cole Porter would have been proud to hear it.
I haven't heard that yet. Is it really good?
Her song, I think, is really beautiful. I mean, she's done herself very proud.
Oh, I love her voice.
But some of the things she says, like, I think are, you know, silly, and some of the things I think she says are good. And but you see, you must understand that a lot of times she says it, and she just says it. You know, it's not for effect. It's not for anything. She just does it. And she gets caught up emotionally in what she's saying. She does, and then she goes, "Oh, what did I say that for?" You know, and I think it says more about here than it does about her, that she can get so hung up about a tune. You know, for God's sake, you know.
They did, big time.
And you know, America is a fantastic country. You don't have to have a tune telling you that, you know, or a flag or that, you know.
Yes, we do. Hey,
You're
fire.
Americans, and that's cool. She's Irish, and that's cool, and you have different opinions, and that's the end of it.
All right, we're going to play a Boomtown Rats tune on FNX, and we'll have more with Bob Geldof and maybe a phone call or two. This is WFNX 101.7 and the Boomtown Rats. That is new Bob Geldof music on WFNX. The Vegetarians of Love is the current album, solo album number 2, and this tune is Bump 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 Love or something. You were just telling me about how in Europe, though, the other one that's been a big hit for you is the great song of Indifference.
Yeah, well, it's bizarre. I don't know if you've played it, but the album was done. I made the album in 5 days, and we did 28 tracks in those 5 days. But what happened was I wanted to make a record that was spontaneous and sort of full of life, and the feeling that there were 6 guys sitting around you in your sitting room or your car, and we're going to play you some songs. And so we sat down. I'd never met the musicians before Monday, and I play guitar left-handed, and I don't change the strings, so I play upside down and backwards. So I played them a song once, and then we'd take it, and if it didn't work in 3 takes, I'd forget the song and move on to the next one. But they were playing mandolins and fiddles and accordions, so I was hearing a lot of melody. And I started just playing chords and singing songs, and they picked up with me. And at the end, if it worked, you know, that was another song. And at least half the album was done like that, where I was just making up the music and the words I went along. I never went back and overdubbed or anything like that. And the great song of Indifference was one of those. And I thought everybody'd hate this record. In fact, it's probably the best reviewed one I've had. Certainly it's the most successful one anyway in Europe for years. And it became this dance hit, but it's this sort of Irish pub song, And it came out in April, and I've had a couple of singles since. But in Italy, it's still in the top 10, this single, for 4.5 months. And these Italians, they go to these house parties and hip-hop clubs and all that, and then they put this Irish thing on, and it's the wildest thing ever. They think it's very hip, they're not aware,
It's Bob Geldof at WFNX. It's Ty here, 101.7. We'll do a little business, come back, and take some more phone calls.
7 WFNX.
And we're back in the studio live with Ty. That's me, and Bob Geldof is here. Probably one of the most unique voices. I think people, as soon as they heard it, they knew it was you. And you're going to take some more phone calls, right?
Yeah.
595-1017 is our number, and people are going nuts to get through this morning. You're on with Bob Geldof.
Hi.
Hello.
3, 2, check, 1, 2, 3. It's been 5 years since the Live Aid concert, and Bob Geldof recently visited WFNX and offered his thoughts on the subject.
John Lennon said you can be benefited to death, and he was absolutely right. Pop music doesn't have the ability to change the world, but it does have the ability to focus attention on a problem. And once the concert is over, you need to take the political lobby that has been raised by the concert and use it as a weapon. And for me, the problem with all these concerts is they don't posit a program for the audience. They don't say, this is the concert, this is what it's for. If you come and do this with us, this is going to happen, and then deliver it. And I'm very skeptical about it now. I think it's a devalued currency. I mean, during Live Aid, David Bowie was so exalted, is the word he used, that, I heard him do an interview, and he said, I want to do this again next year. And the interviewer said to me, well, David wants to do it next year. And I said, well, tell him to give up his career then and do it. And the point was, I thought that it should only happen once in a generation. And since then, of course, we've had all these other concerts, which frankly bore me. But I'm also dubious about them because now they're just a commonplace, and everyone makes a bit of money out of it, which didn't happen with Live Aid, except the bands who do it for free. And they feel compelled to because they agree with whoever it is, usually, that are doing it. But I think everyone is a bit guilty, including the audience, because the producer gets paid, the TVs get a great, get huge figures, and they don't have to pay for it. The crew all get paid, the stadium gets paid, the concessions people get paid. And the audience go there, and if you support, say, a Greenpeace or an Amnesty, and you pay $30 for your ticket, $15 is going to go towards the concert putting it on, and 15 may go to Amnesty. The point is, if you support Amnesty, why don't you just send the $30 to them? Why do you want something in return? And I'm not sure about the whole thing now. I think you can still use pop music to influence change. I really think people should reconsider the big concert as a means of doing that. Money in itself solves nothing. Most problems are political problems. Most problems are man-made. And they can be dealt with huge numbers of people agreeing on an issue. But getting them to agree through the medium of the big concert, I don't think is no longer viable.
I'll have more with Bob Geldof next week. With thanks to Chris Kennedy, I'm Ty for WFNX.